This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I just want to have a little fun early on right now in the process. I still haven't gotten all the dirt I need to get and information from guys, but I just wanted to throw out some names of guys that could be maybe options for the Dolphins in the second and third rounds. As you know, they have a second round pick and they have 2 third round picks. Talked a little bit about it with Poupart. And in the second round, I'm throwing out Darnell Washington, obviously from Georgia, if he's there. Hendon Hooker, the quarterback from Tennessee. Nose tackle, defensive tackle, Siaki Ika from Baylor. If Fangio is not happy with damn it, now I'm forgetting the damn big tackle's name in the middle. Help me out there. Anyway, you know who I'm talking. Raekwon Davis. If he's not necessarily happy with Raekwon, this might be a reason why they say, okay, there's an option here. Tucker Kraft, I love out of North Dakota State. He's another one of those guys. Darnell probably will not be there. Tucker will, I think, be there at 51. That would be a really good one. And DeJuan Jones from Ohio State, that tall dude. They do need a tackle, and if you want to get yourself a pretty good player that you can use as a swing, right? And just in case something happens, because you can bring Brandon Shell back. I'd love to bring Brandon Shell back. He did a really good job last year. And then a guy like DeJuan Jones can either play right tackle or be the swing guy. And just in case something happens, obviously Teron Armstead, here's DeJuan Jones filling in a little bit for Teron if he has to miss some time. Hopefully Teron has a healthier year this coming season. Third round, just to throw out a couple of names. Matthew Bergeron, another offensive tackle out of Syracuse, a guy that's pretty versatile. And it's got some power to him, got a good build. That's another guy, third round. The Taj Spear kid, the Tulane running back, we talked about him in the Senior Bowl. He looked really, really good. Jared Patterson, relax. Notre Dame. I know that the Eichenberg thing hasn't worked out so far, but Notre Dame linemen usually are pretty good. Jared Patterson is a center guard. So this is a guy that you can bring in, play that guard spot, maybe challenge for that left guard spot, but at the same time, he's a center, so he can back up Connor. And because remember, you're about to Dieter's going into his final year, I believe, right? Was it? Yeah, I think it's his final year. So you don't have any idea if you're really re-signing him or anything like that. And then you've got Sidney Brown, cornerback out of Illinois. That's another guy, since if they, corner could be another option for them in that second and third rounds. Those are some of the names out there that I can throw out there for the second and third rounds, guys that could be options for the Miami Dolphins. But first of all, I don't want to get too much into this. Do you know why? I'm wasting my time. And I don't like getting too much into wasting my time on the air and talking about things. But I just wanted to throw a little chum in the water. This is all hot air. We first need to see what happens in free agency, what they sign, what needs they fill, and then we will have a better feel for what direction they might go in the draft. It's not perfect, but it's way more accurate. And you have a better understanding of what they need going into the draft. So really none of this matters. Okay? Because if they get a tight end in free agency, then they're not going to draft one now. If they get a tackle in free agency, then they probably won't draft a tackle. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that if they find somebody in free agency, then, if they go and find a guard, then they won't need Jared Patterson because they got their left guard and they're moving on. See what I'm saying? That's why none of this really matters until we actually get into free agency, and then we see that. And then from one step, we can build on the next and say, okay, If they did this, then maybe they're going to go in this direction in the draft. And so there you go. But I just
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.